Well, hello, hello, hello. Welcome everybody to another installment of the hashtag TFR Motivation Monday Zoom. We are Dr. Dondi and Marcy Nettles. We are going to be recapping an amazing event, the Elite Academy that we had in New Orleans, Louisiana over the last week. And it was the Evolve event, really spectacular, going into depth on the new compensation plan, the new sellers thing, that just unbelievable information. And I'm going to give you guys some information that really isn't, they gave us a sneak preview there that really isn't widespread and known yet, but it's about a new study for NRF2 and collagen. I'll go into a little bit more detail, but some great stuff coming today in this recap.
So before we get into it, we want to make sure you guys all know that you can go and check out all the recordings. Team Freedom Reigns on YouTube. That's where we upload all of the recordings for our team calls. So please go and subscribe there so that you get notifications every single time we put up some new content. Okay. Awesome. We're just adding everybody in here.
Welcome. Join. Keep coming in.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So first of all, we just wanted to talk a little bit about what this event meant to us, because, you know, events are just so chock full of amazing information, being able to see people you love and care about and building your belief and getting yourself filled back up, that belief bucket, right? And yet, you know, this event, it was so special. It was such an amazing ran event by corporate, first of all, but having the time with each one of our team members and the cross-lane people that we had, you know, it just means so much to us. So events are so much more than just going to a corporate place to learn more information about building your business. This is about the relationships and being able to spend time with Marjorie and Sandy and Laura and Renally, you know, in the place that we stayed at, and then being able to have lunch with everybody and going out to dinner with the amazing New England, Chris and Sarah Smith's team and everybody there. But I just have to tell you that being there is always best, because when you're there, you actually get the heart feel. It's not just the mind feel of the information, but you get the heart feel. And that's what really drives you forward. We understand there's reasons why people can't attend, but we just want you to know a lot of sacrifices were made. And first of all, we want to take our hats off to everybody that was there, because it was a huge sacrifice.
Yes.
So you should all be so proud of yourselves for making it happen. But what did this event mean to you specifically?
Well, before I answer that question, and we want to, again, as Marcy said, take our hats off, because we heard stories about people driving from California, people driving from Nevada, people driving from Utah, 20 plus hours on the road. That's called commitment. And it's that level of sacrifice and commitment that will ensure, so long as it sustains and you remain consistent, success in this business. Because because there are people that were in Louisiana that didn't come, and there was because they said it was too far to drive or whatever, or too expensive. And there's people that were in California that just made it happen. That's the difference. Successful people simply do what unsuccessful people are unwilling to do. And that's just a general statement. So can you so we've got some more people in. So now what I took from this event, and it wasn't just us meeting with our leaders and our teams. All the leaders take those types of an opportunity at events to meet with their leaders, to brainstorm, to debrief, to set strategy sessions of why an event like this was most important. And last week, if you were on, you heard Marcy say this will be the most expensive event you ever miss if you miss it. Was it expensive to get there? Yes, but it's even more expensive if you don't go, because of one, you don't have the information, and we could never do that event justice with a recap like this. Though we are trying to do that, you just don't get the one-to-one sitting down with corporate or it being introduced to a C-suite executive and being able to pick their brain and get introduced to you, or sitting down with your leaders or other leaders and going into the breakout sessions. You just simply can't get that if you're not there. So when people look at, well, it's just too expensive, I can't get there, just realize the sacrifice. You're choosing to not go and miss out rather than deciding how to go. And it was one of the big things that Erica Dale talked about. I don't want to steal any of Marcy's thunder because I know that's one of the top takeaways she's going to talk about, but it's a decision. The decision to be successful. People that decide to be successful simply behave and think and do things differently than people who haven't quite yet made that decision. So make that decision if LifeVantage is truly your long-term home. So what did it mean to me and what did I get out of it? One, I've been at this company since the beginning. My distributor number is 114. That's how I was one of the first 150 distributors to join LifeVantage. I'm very proud of that. But it's one of the things that I saw back then was everybody in the same boat, rowing in the same direction with the same enthusiasm, which is why the company had its early growth the way it did, and to get to $250,000 in sales within the first 5 years. But then we've kind of stabilized over the last 7 and haven't really grown. And we've had some fracturing of philosophies and we've had some differences of opinions. Why I say that and why I share that with you historically, because it's relevant because of the presence of those things, what we didn't have: growth, excitement, and unity. All of those things we do have, again, just the way it was in the beginning, but we are a much more predictably successful company with all the things we have versus one product, Protandim Nrf2. So if we could get to a quarter billion in sales annually with one product, what could we do with category creating multiple products? And I want to share my first takeaway here out of order, but
Or are you gonna do takeaways now?
I just want to, because it's applicable to what I'm saying.
Okay.
Lynette Cunningham talked about when her and Brandon were on stage, she said this quote, and I loved it. I wrote it down. She said, "Little things don't make people do big things." I'm going to say it again. Little things don't make people do big things. In the beginning, we were the exception to that. We had a little thing, Protandim Nrf2, and we did big things because of how big the potential was. Well, now we have giant things that overshadow completely what Nrf2 ever brought by itself. And it was tremendous. And I'll share that when I talk about the study. But great, big, huge, ginormous things make people do big, great, huge, ginormous things. And that's where we are in the history moving forward of LifeVantage. And after this event, watching everybody in the same boat, moving in the same direction, which with a much greater opportunity and more predictably successful than we had 14 years ago, it's just game on. That's how I feel about it.
I love it. I love it. Hey guys, by the way, if you're on here with us live or if you're on the Facebook page, we'd love to hear if you were there and what your biggest takeaways were from the event, because that's how we learn together, right? Because we will have things hit us because of where we're at in the journey with LifeVantage, but maybe something else was your biggest takeaway. And so we would love to hear from all of you in the comment section. Let us know what was it that really got your fire going at this event. So please share that with us. But what we decided to do, instead of creating a PowerPoint and putting together a bunch of pretty slides and all that kind of stuff, we wanted to create the ability for you to know where to go to get the information that you need for all of the things that we're going to be talking about here. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen to this. Does this look familiar? This is your replicated website, right? Every single one of us that is a LifeVantage distributor has one of these to be able to use to build our business. It is so full of information. When you go to the product pages, every single product page has everything that you need to be able to share with someone that you care about what that benefit can come from those products, right? Videos, the product information sheets, and frequently asked questions. So make sure that you're using this website. But we also want you to know where you can find all of the additional information that's not product. So I'm just scrolling through this beautiful website down to the bottom here where there's all of these quick links. If you see all of these are quick links. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with Evolve. That's where we were at, right? We were in New Orleans for the Evolve event. So when you're looking at this, you can see this is the Evolve compensation plan page of your website. On here, they have created amazing new consultant path videos that you can use for yourself, to get to know this compensation plan better, but you can also use this as an amazing follow-up tool for someone that is interested in becoming a LifeVantage consultant. So this consultant path overview goes over the full compensation plan very quickly and concisely. But then as you go here, they break through it so that you break it down into individual bonuses that you can earn as you are growing in LifeVantage. So make sure that you go and you check all of these out. This is on your own replicated website. Go ahead all the way down to the bottom, choose Evolve, and you will find them all here. Plus, there's additional information, all of the details for the compensation plan and social shareables. But you can also find all of these videos on the Team Freedom Reigns Facebook page underneath the Evolve guide. So that's, you know, the Evolve compensation plan. Anything that you want to add in here on
Yes, the social shareables.
Oh, yeah.
They're beautiful. Use them. They're literally captivating, and you can do so many things with them, whether you're putting them in your reels, whether you're putting them in your stories, whether you're making a post on it in either Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever your preference is, use them because they are top-notch quality.
All right, so we're going to go back down here to the list again. So we just completed Evolve in New Orleans, right? And so the next right behavior for you to do from one event to the next is to register for the next event. And it's the right behavior for us to promote from event to event. So we're going to be talking a lot about the right behaviors and the right things to be doing and growing your business. So the next event that you need to be getting registered for is Activate 2023. Do you want to share about Activate?
Yes, this is going to be a 4-hour virtual event on the 22nd of July. There's going to be some pretty awesome information. They're going to go into a deep dive on the study that I just mentioned earlier about NRF2 and our TrueScience Liquid Collagen, how profound it was. And I think it's pretty amazing when the results of a study blow away the scientific community here at LifeVantage. In other words, when our formulators, our chief science officer, and our VP of product development, Lisa Barnes, and Dr. Christina Beer, and everybody actually where it was conducted, when the study results blow you away, you know we're on the right track. And that's exactly what happened. And I'll go into a little bit more detail, but they're going to get a deep dive into it at this event. And there's going to be all kinds of new announcements and just great things happening. But so make sure to register. It's only $25. It's a 4-hour virtual event on the 22nd of July.
So start planning your watch parties. Get a group of people together at your house. Everybody still needs to register, but get everybody together and make an event of this. You can even let LifeVantage know that you're going to be doing this, and who knows, maybe they'll send some swag. But just make sure that you get yourself registered, because that is the next right thing. And I think that you should just talk about that study right now, since you just mentioned it, and they're going to be hearing all about it at Activate 2023.
So here's the deal. NRF2 is literally the product that got LifeVantage on the map. It's the product that drew the attention of ABC Primetime and all of the people that came along with that, from John Quinones and everyone else, Dr. McCord, and just shared with the world. It's also that ABC Primetime on that one product, Protandim, and it wasn't even called Protandim NRF2 at the time. It was just called Protandim, but it created literally an international ripple effect of scientific interest and people really wanting to study this amazing biological pathway in the human body as it relates to pathology. That's the interesting thing about it. If you look at the studies of the 28 we have a lot on cancer, a lot on heart disease and other stuff. So when we realize, or when it was realized, that a natural pathway in the human body could intervene in the process of disease, it was literally took the scientific community by storm. And now we have the positive benefits of that all these years later. Well, NRF2 is amazing. We saw the before and after pictures of our collagen. We knew our TrueScience Liquid Collagen was amazing. We just wanted to quantify it. And the people that were taking it were two categories. People that were already a part of LifeVantage, whether they were distributors, now we call them consultants, or they were customers that were already activated, whether it would be NRF2 or the other Tri-Synergizer products, as well as collagen. But we also have people that joined the company because of TrueScience Liquid Collagen. They were not activated, and we saw very similar results. So the question was, can we quantify what the difference between collagen, or TrueScience Liquid Collagen by itself, and Protandim NRF2 and TrueScience Liquid Collagen? And they did a study. They gathered data on human being cells and realized It was pretty spectacular. So much so that the results literally, well, we had no
And you
expectations.
can't go into all the
I can't go into the
results.
details,
You can't,
but
sorry,
what I
guys.
can tell you is it's not blood-based. It has nothing to do with T-bars. It has everything to do with a very, very specialized cell called a fibroblast. So fibroblasts are the cells in your body that make collagen. So we looked at, I wasn't a part of it, they looked at fibroblasts and what effect on fibroblasts did the NRF2 and our TrueScience Liquid Collagen have? And I will just tell you, they were profound. So if you think it's awesome what our NRF2 has already been shown to do with our 28 studies and what we've seen in the before and after pictures, what our TrueScience Liquid Collagen could do, just wait till those before and after pictures have specific and direct scientific data proof. It's a game changer, guys. The before and after pictures are already a game changer. But when you compare those results with scientific validation, it is literally not only a game changer, it is an industry disruptor. That is what makes, clearly and always has, LifeVantage different than every other company in our space and out of our space. We are bringing true scientifically validated products to market to remedy real human issues that the aging population struggles with, and we can now intervene. Big, big deal.
And this study was in conjunction with Linus Pauling Institute, right?
As far as I know, yes. I don't have the specifics. That's what I understand, but I cannot confirm that because, again, the data literally just came out less than 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And which is why we didn't talk about it at Evolve. It was in New Orleans. It was just too soon to say anything about it other than basically what I just shared with you.
Yeah. So the only reason we did that is because that little bit was shared from stage.
Shared, yeah.
You know, fibroblast was shared from stage. And so, guys, you got to be excited because this is going to give you the validation that you need to be able to speak with dermatologists, with skin specialists, with people that are working with people's outside appearance. But now we have a study that shows how our products two together just has that synergy again, like we are so used to having through activation. So you've got to be registered for Activate 2023 to hear all of the information and the full breakdown of the study. So go get registered today, okay?
And that you left out a population that's going to impact. So the people that have every episode of Friends and have the Jennifer Aniston shirt and they're using that collagen that she uses every day in their collagen or in her coffee because Jennifer uses it, it's going to take that population of people and make that conversation completely null and void.
All right.
Just saying.
All right, here we go. Let's move on.
And
to
I love Friends.
The next part of our
anyway, I digress.
Okay. Under events, we also want to talk about Global Convention that's coming in October. That's the next event that you need to get registered. And the reason why we're talking about it already is because, first of all, you've got to go. You need to be there. You've got to go to grow, and we want you all to be growing, right? So it is in October. It's the 5th through the 7th. And by the way, guys, they have given us the opportunity to get registered in
bundles,
bundles of 10 for a majorly reduced price. Okay. So the current early bird price is $149, but when we gather 10 of us together and buy 10 tickets at one time, it's as low as $125 per registration. So for Team Freedom Reigns, we are taking it on us to be able to put us together in 10 packs to be able to get each one of you the lowest price. But what that means, you must get with me like as soon as possible. Yes. So that we can get our 10s together because this price is good through April 15th. So make sure that you reach out, we get you on the list, and we get you as part of one of those 10 packs for only $125. That is crazy, ridiculously low. And then on top of it, by the way, we are going to San Antonio, Texas, which if you haven't been there, it is an amazing, amazing place to be. And in October, it'll be gorgeous as well. So again, you can go and find all of the details as well as register. They have hotels available to start booking, as well as eventually there will be a link on here where you can get discounted Delta flights into San Antonio as well to help it be even more
Affordable.
affordable. So, and something else, guys, be looking at sharing and sacrificing and just really breaking down the costs by getting more people together, sharing your rooms, sharing your Airbnbs, sharing your VRBOs, whatever you've got to do to get yourself to San Antonio, and make sure that you take your team
Yes,
with you.
it's how relationships are. When you room with people on your team and you stay with them, you develop and further the relationship. You talk about brainstorming ideas, and it just creates this massive bond that you wouldn't have otherwise. And events just tend to do that. It's memories, significant lifelong memories are created at events, especially when you team up with other people on your team. It saves everybody money, and you develop lifelong relationships.
Yes. All right, guys. So now we're going to move down into the area here where it says sales incentives. Before we go into this new incentive trip, I want to point out here that there are also new convention awards that you can try to earn to be able to be recognized at global convention. So go make sure you go and check, click on that and get all the details there. But first, let's go into the, I can't wait to go to the Dominican Republic. How about the rest of you?
Yes, it's awesome.
Yeah. So we're going to go to Punta Cana. This is at the Hard Rock all-inclusive resort down there, and it is going to be gorgeous. The trip is going to be in February in 2024, the 8th through the 11th. The promotion period to be able to earn it is April 1st through September 30th. But they did open up the month of March to where you can actually get a head start in earning points for the incentive trip with your new personally enrolled customers and consultants. So first of all, we're going to be going through the behaviors, not the details tonight, because the details are under review. There's been a lot of us that have gone to corporate with, some additional ideas and suggestions, and they are taking them all under consideration. And so it will be more detail will be coming here shortly. Okay. And we'll make sure that you have all of that information as quickly as possible. But just know do you want to talk about the tiers?
Sure. And this is the first time that they've done this with an incentive trip. So I'm going to start in tier 3, go to tier 4, and then come back to tier 1 and 2 and tell you guys why. So to qualify for one person with all expenses paid, then you reach 500 points to qualify one person. That includes 4 nights hotel for 2, meals for 2, corporate sponsored activity for 2, and $1,000 flight credit, which is about enough to get one person there. But if you want to ensure you get 2 people there, you get an additional 150 points. You get everything previously mentioned, but now $2,500 flight credit, which is going to get, and there's always extra stuff too. But so usually it would be 500 to qualify one person, 650 to qualify 2. And if you ended up with 499 points, too bad, so sad, better luck next time. That would suck. So what they did is now they added tier 1 and tier 2. So tier 1 is 300 points. It includes the 4 nights hotel for 1, meals for 1, corporate sponsored activity for 1, but does not include flights. So in essence, what they said is it includes everything except transportation. You need to get yourself there and you qualify. So for the people that ended up a couple of 100 points short and missed out on everything, that's not going to happen anymore. That's a committed company. And to get 2 people there, minus the airfare, it's 400 points. So look at it. Obviously, try to get everything covered by looking at 500 minimum. But if you fell short before, it was nothing. This time we've got ways of getting you there. You just find, you get everything. You just got to get yourself there. That's the first time they've ever done this on an incentive trip, and I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah, and just to clarify, tier 3, that 500 points is a full trip for 2 people. Yet you'll only have the $1,000 to go towards your flight credit. So more than likely, you'll have to add in some additional for the second person's flight. But that tier 3 is a full trip for 2 people.
Yes,
okay?
Thank you for correcting that.
Yeah. And then the only thing here is that to have the flight credits be paid out to you and to get your flights taken care of, you will need to be an MC1 or the equivalent of a previous Pro 4 by the end of January 2024. So you've got lots of time to rank up.
Basically 11 months.
Yeah, to rank up to MC1. So that's also why we're, running to MC1, right? So the 6 different ways that we earn points. First, we've already mentioned that in the month of March, all of your new customers and consultants enrollments will count towards this as long as you have the qualifying sales volume that is required. So here you see it says 150. It might be changing. We're pushing for it to change. So just know, go out, collagen and NRF2, just sell that package together. And I believe that you're going to be good and get points. So
yeah, so let me just say something real quick. So the message from corporate is talk about the fact that it is that this is what the incentive trip is, but the details are to be announced later. So this is tentative. There's very strong likelihood some of these are going to be changing. And anytime they change, they usually change in our favor.
Yeah.
So that is something just wait until, we were literally right up until the time of this call, we were talking with corporate. They couldn't get us the finalized details. They're actually in meetings as we speak, talking about the specifics of how to qualify and what all of these individual points mean for this specific trip.
Yeah. And it's not just corporate, it's corporate and FAB. So we've got the field advisory board in there battling it out for us to make sure that this is the trip that every single one of us can earn. Okay. Because we want to go there with each one of you. So the second way that you earn points is second month orders for your new customers and consultants. The third way is achieving the new seller titles of Sapphire and Diamond. And from what we understand, this is going to be the very best path to qualifying for this. But we will again be getting the details, but get focused on those customers and building up your customer bucket to the seller title of Sapphire, which is 2,000 in sales volume, customer sales volume, or Diamond, which is 4,000. And we want to shout out Dr. Bruce. He just hit it today.
Dr. Bruce,
so congratulations,
buddy.
Dr. Bruce, on becoming a Diamond there. And we know there's others too. So just know we see you and we recognize you. This is an amazing, amazing feat.
Well, let's just give it a little forecasting, because the person who's going to be the guest on this call next week is going to talk all about how she got Diamond.
Yes. So that's Odell Bowman. So you got to make sure and join us next week for Odell's story. Then qualifying for MVP also will get you points. And at the different tiers of MVP, you'll get a different amount of points. And then maintaining your MVP status will also earn you additional points. And then way number 6 is growing your group sales volume or your organizational volume by a certain percentage. As long as you have already achieved the 20,000 or the MC2, then you can participate in the total growth. But what they did say on the live today is that if you earn, or as you earn, not if, you're all going to, right? The 20,000 or MC2 level in the process of the qualification period for this trip, as soon as you hit that 20,000, then you're going to be able to start earning this growth. So you'll be able to still participate in that. So 30% in total growth equals 50 points. So this is a really big area of gathering points. Okay?
And I wanted to say something here on number 6. If you read between the lines and you look directly at this, if you ask yourself to grow your total volume by 30% to get 50 points, up to 150% growth to get 175 points. Who are the people? In other words, what are the business sizes and ranks of people that are more likely to achieve such significant growth? The answer is the early ranks of this company. So when you can take somebody who comes into the company as a new consultant on your team and start focusing on growth, because as you're working your way into the consultants and managing consultants and what's the S? Senior consultants, sorry. As you're working your way through the ranks, it's easier for an early rank to increase significantly. And so increasing significantly, opening up additional levels in the comp plan, that's awesome. Qualifying for fast start bonuses and getting additional bonuses is awesome. But look at look at how many points are attached to growing your business significantly. So for somebody to come in as a consultant and go through the senior consultant and managing consultant and start working their way to executive consultants and get these kinds of points, it's the people that are new in the early ranks in this company that we want to get there the most. Because I'll tell you one thing, one incentive trip qualification will change your entire opinion about this company and this industry as a whole and make you never, ever, ever, ever want to miss another one. That is transformational. For the people that have been on incentive trips at other companies, or they're executive distributors or executive consultants in this company, they've been on them before. It's the first one that you qualify that makes everything possible and real for you, which is why it's heavily loaded The people that are going to qualify for these big amounts of points are going to be people in early ranks, which is exactly how it should be, in my opinion. And I think the company just knocked it out of the park with the number 6. Thank you, Steve Fife. And it's also awesome when your CEO has always been groomed as a CFO, the money guy. That's who's running our ship here.
All right. And then if you are an executive consultant, then there are additional ways to be able to earn points by helping your team. So guys, know that we are looking for those of you that are wanting to do this incentive trip. So reach out. We want to help you and be able to get us all there, right? So the next one, and by the way that we're going to earn the incentive trip is by taking advantage of the other sales incentives. One that's not on here yet is there's a new 3-in-1 sales incentive. And the 3-in-1 is where you enroll 3 new customers with 100 sales volume each and a new consultant with 150 sales volume all in the same month. That is qualifying as 3-and-1, right? So in the same month, 3 customers and 1 consultant. And the incentive that they put up on the board, which is not on here yet, the photo here, and thank you, Sarah Smith. And by the way, Sarah and Chris Smith, you guys killed it up on stage. Way to represent. You are freaking amazing. You guys should be so proud of yourself because I know that we and your whole team are so proud of you. So the 3-in-1 in sales incentive, it's a 7-month promotion starting March 1st through September 30th. It's enroll 3 customers with at least 100 sales volume and 1 consultant with at least 150 sales volume in a single month. Earn a reward every month you achieve 3-in-1. And those rewards can be swag, product, or they kind of left it open. So it might be going to be a surprise, right? Then teach and help all of your new consultants to do the same. And your new consultants will not only just get the swag and the product that the company mentioned there, but they will also be able to participate in the fast track bonuses.
Concurrently.
So help your new people get started the right way with 3-in-1 and also with the fast track bonuses that's part of Evolve. Okay. And then of course, MVP, we've been talking about MVP for a really long time. MVP is going through the end of this year, end of 2023. And as you saw, you earn points by becoming an MVP. So for all of the details, go down here where it says MVP bonus and read through it if you don't know what it is yet. Okay, so do that. Now, something else that we wanted to show you on here. And by the way, guys, they are giving us so much new good tools, amazing resources. Seriously. Like they announced a new cheat sheet that is coming. How would you like to have a do this, say this scripts, very simple to be able to help you move through the process of sharing the products and sharing the Evolve compensation plan all in cheat sheet form? Well, you've got it. It's in your app. You want to go into the library, search cheat, CHEAT, and you'll see the new form right there. You can print it out, you can share it with people and start using the cheat sheet as part of growing your business, part of your DMO every single day in your invites and in your follow-ups. So that's one of the things.
Let me say something about the cheat sheet. The cheat sheet was developed for every type of person who finds themselves as a consultant in LifeVantage. For the person who doesn't even care what the ingredients or the products are, they're looking at it from a business opportunity, from the people all the way to the people who need to know where the ashwagandha came from and know all of the, the sustainability parts of it, who wants to geek out on the science. That's kind of what, so they gave information that I can geek out on. And then there's other information in there that you could care less about. But it's all there for every person, no matter what kind of a consultant, no matter what you're passionate about. This cheat sheet will tell you and show you and guide you through how to start, initiate, and keep ongoing conversations about this amazing opportunity we have here at LifeVantage. They literally left no opportunity or no possible way of doing this out of that cheat sheet. It's all encompassing.
And then on top of that, if you've ever wondered how to be able to share with someone how to find a legacy company, or to know that you've already chosen a legacy company, we had the opportunity to hear a live podcast recording with Jason Kokanzi and with Tyler Daniels. And it was amazing. Selena was amazing. So if you don't know where to find the podcast, do you see this plus more at the top of your website? When you click on that, it opens it up to in-depth details for Rewards Circle program, the blog, which is amazing articles on all of our products, on the opportunity. You can share that as
All
part of
shareable.
your
Yep.
social posting and everything, right? But here's the podcast. So you guys will want to be keeping your eyes open for Activation Nation podcast for the episode that they recorded at the event in New Orleans. It's amazing.
It is.
They
Truly.
went into the 5 ways to identify a legacy company. And so now you know where to find it. But look at this. Look at all of these that are already here that you can go in and listen to and be learning and growing and building your belief in so many different areas. So please take advantage of these resources. And again, it's another great resource to be able to share with prospects along the way. It's part of the tools, right? So another great one to use there. So, okay, I think that we can stop the share here. And then if you want to talk to us, because they also announced that we have a brand new patent. You totally just my train of thought there. Patent. So the patent's on the Tri-Synergizer, and I want to take a little throwback. I can't remember how many years it is, but we were in Anaheim.
So they released NAD.
Yes. Anaheim, California, when they released NAD, Jesse had just been brought on as part of the marketing team, and we met him at an intersection. We were like at a stop sign and we were having this conversation with him. He's like, oh my gosh, I just can't wait, guys, because we just filled out the application for the Tri-Synergizer patent and it's going to be amazing. That was how many years ago?
I think it was at least
Like
5 years ago,
4 or
5 years ago. Yeah.
So guess what? We finally
have
have it. We have the Tri-Synergizer patent. So talk to us about
let me
why
share
that's-
what that means. So we obviously have patents on our Protandim NRF2 product, multiple international and domestic, but they all have 20-year limits. And so we have the ability, once that patent runs out after 20 years, to have right of first refusal. In other words, are we going to renew the patent? Because let's just be honest. When NRF2 activation, when the world found out about it and it became this grand thing, it doesn't mean that it's always going to be a grand thing, because technology advances so rapidly. We could discover at some point something better than NRF2, which means we would develop or we would revise the formulation of Protandim and not necessarily need to renew the patent. But we have the Tri-Synergizer product. We know that NRF2 has amazing results by itself. So does NRF1, so does NAD. But when you put the 3 together, it compounds or gives a multiple synergistic effect on all 3. What we did, we have patent applications for all 3 products. What we didn't have was a patent application for the collective. In other words, the 3 products together. Because when you look at what are the things that affect humanity and cause your biological age and your chronological age to be off kilter. In other words, people aging prematurely and not living as long as they should. There's 3 basic theories of aging. We have videos on them. We've talked about them before. The free radical theory of aging, the mitochondrial theory of aging, and the sirtuin theory of aging. Well, how awesome would it be to take all 3 approaches and have them wrapped up in one collective patent that protects all 3 pathways, all 3 products, and solidifies them and anchors them to us, that nobody could come in and try to replicate either one of them or the collective and take it away from. That is now what we have. International legal protection, intellectual property protection of our Protandim Tri-Synergizer, which in my opinion is the single greatest biohacking breakthrough, a nutraceutical breakthrough in the last 50 years. Back to when vitamin C and antibiotics and things like that were discovered. It is that profound, and we now have secured it. It is property of LifeVantage moving forward, always will be. Nobody can take that from us. And it also, now when people try to knock off our products, we have legal action against them to cease and desist, even including if they made any profit, to have them that profit become our profit for a patent violation. So it gives us a major step up in moving forward with the scientific validity of these products. Because here's another thing: patents applied for, and people will say patent pending. Very few patents that are applied for get patent pending, and even fewer get patent numbers issued. We are a complete unicorn and anomaly in our space, and there, that's just favor. That's the favor of God. When we've got a Tri-Synergizer patent, which we now own, it is going to open doors for us and open discussions and give us credibility and validity that just having the products to market never would have given us. The level that a patent on top of it gives us now. Incredible. This is a game changer.
Yeah. So I'm going to also take us into another direction here. So by the way, we're super excited about that patent. We've been waiting for that for a few years.
Now it's here.
Yeah, now it's here. So we've got additional protection on our opportunity too. So Hagen mentioned something here about Amazon, which I want to just put it out there, because if you don't know, you don't know, right? So a lot of people have been selling product on Amazon and they have been taking it away from us, right? They've been selling at lower prices. And so sometimes we lose customers to Amazon where they're not even guaranteed the warranty or guarantee from LifeVantage when they purchase it on Amazon. But what has happened is that LifeVantage has found a way to become the only seller on Amazon of LifeVantage products. So yes, LifeVantage is going to have a corporate store on Amazon, but what they're going to be doing is they are only going to be offering it at the retail price, the highest price available. So they will not be able to undersell any of our ability to be able to get customers. And another thing that they are going to be doing is they are going to be doing research on the people that purchase from them to find out if they have someone that is part of LifeVantage as a consultant that has shared this with them, so that they can then give that consultant that sell and that commission. And so it is going to be amazing, eliminating the Amazon sellers that are out there that are undercutting us big time. This is a really great move on the side of LifeVantage Corporate to be able to take care of us in the field and the work that we're doing and sharing the products with our prospects. So it's a really big move.
I think we need to say that again.
Yeah, it's a really big move.
So this part of it, if you and people have lost customers to Amazon, company's tired of it. We know you're tired of it. So if we, in doing the research of that sale, the company will give you the commission that you lost by having somebody that you have introduced the information to who bought the product on Amazon, you'll still get the commission from it.
Yep.
That's amazing. I've never heard of a company even thinking about that, let alone making it happen. That is how LifeVantage reacts.
Well, and we were having conversations with them after the fact too, a group of us were, and they are even open to conversation and suggestions. So a suggestion was made, I believe it was Bob Robbins that made the suggestion about being able to have a box there where it's like, do you know someone that is a consultant with LifeVantage? And for them to put the name of the person in there that they know that is a consultant. And then that way you'll be able to be notified by LifeVantage, and then you can reach out to the person that purchased through Amazon and say, hey, do you know that if you become a preferred customer with me, you're going to get a 10% discount off of what you paid on Amazon?
So cool.
That is amazing.
Huge.
It's so big. Okay, so that now we just wanted to share real quick. We know that we've gotten a little bit deeper into the call tonight because we wanted to make sure that you knew where to go to get all of this information for yourselves, and so that you had you felt empowered, because our websites are phenomenal. And so we didn't just want to tell you about things. We wanted to take you there and point you to where you can go back to learn more about the details and take ownership of your business. Okay. So the last thing that we want to do is we want to share our greatest takeaways from the event. You've already shared one. You want to share your other two, and then I'll share my three, and then we'll be out of here.
One of the other one, it was with Brandon and Lynette Cunningham, and it was two quotes that stood out the most. Brandon said this: "We cannot become what we want by remaining what we are." And so we cannot become what we want by remaining what we are. We have to get outside our comfort zone to grow. We have to extend our boundaries to grow. We have to make sacrifices and commitments that we hadn't previously made to grow, because all of your growth is outside your comfort zone. If I could just summarize that quote, I just thought it was a wonderful point that he made, and we all can relate to it. But the people that step outside their comfort zone to make themselves vulnerable, to share something that they are passionate about and be vulnerable and transparent with somebody, are the people that are going to, one, have people lean in because they can feel their passion and their compassion, and they're going to be the ones that are successful. So again, to summarize, we cannot be what we want by remaining what we are. Huge.
So big. And your last one?
And my last one, it was actually when Jesse Allen was talking, and he was talking about, and he told a really awesome story but he was talking literally about the difference between our biological age and our chronological age. In other words, how our cells are performing at what age versus how many candles are going to be on our next birthday cake. So we all know people that look older and they're acting older than they actually are based on birthday candle numbers. And then we also know people that surprise us on how, when we find out how old they are, because they're acting, looking, and functioning so much younger. In other words, their biological age is so much younger than their chronological age. So we know people on both sides of that equation, premature aging and people that are aging extremely well. And so there was, when he said something, kind of wrapping it all up about activation, what is the game changer? What is the difference maker? It's activation. When your cells are activated, they simply perform different, better, more efficient, and more predictable longevity-wise than cells that are not activated. And so he talked about the ultimate influence into a human species starting at the cell. But this is the quote that he had: activation helps your body create its own health inside and out. Activation helps your body create its own health inside and out. And the last thing here that he talked about was that in activation, you start with the basic building block. The fundamental is the cell. When the cell is activated, it works more efficiently, and then the tissue works more efficiently, and then the organ that tissue makes up works more efficiently, and then this system that organ is a part of works more efficiently. And since the human body is simply made up of all kinds of systems, therefore the human is more efficient, more predictably longevity, and functioning at a higher level. Activation is the key. So we're activating our cells, and that cascade of events pays dividends all the way up the line to the totality of all of those cells, all 37.2 trillion of them, which is your identity. Mm-hmm. So activation of the cell creates you the best human you could possibly be, working up all the way up through the chain of command, if you will. And that is profound. No other intervention strategy in the history of human health and longevity has ever been able to say that complete of a picture, because it is not about dosage, it is about activation. And activation is where your cells create their own health inside and out, and you are the byproduct of that. So we are so far ahead of our competitors, and literally science hasn't even caught up to the potential of what we have yet, but it will.
Yeah, anytime we let our bodies take care of themselves, there's always going to be a better result. You had been mentioning things about ecosystems.
I read a quote that it says, there's never in history of time, there's never been an ecosystem that human beings have intervened in and made it better. We've only taken away. We've only caused harm to that ecosystem, and the human body is an ecosystem. We've never intervened into the human being without causing harm when we do it in a tampering way. When we honor the cells because of activation, that is our body creating the benefit, there's always positive dividends. When we try to do it by cutting corners or tampering with or triggering pathways that shouldn't be triggered, it's kind of like this: just because we can do something doesn't mean we should. And I think we could just learn from the simplicity of Parquet margarine commercials back in the 70s, when it says, it's not nice to fool Mother Nature.
No, that's so good. That's so good right here.
Give
me some. All right, guys. So my 3 takeaways, and then we'll let you guys get out. And by the way, it's always important to go through your notes and pick at least 3 things that really affected you and got you thinking. Okay. And it's generally good if it's something that you can also take action on, right? So I really, Marcy Steiner did a great presentation in one of the breakouts. And what she said was, how do you find rising stars? It was a whole presentation on how to find rising stars. And her top thing that she mentioned was, you need to be a rising star. And so you need to be taking action and doing the behaviors and showing that you want to be a rising star by raising your hand. That's how we identify rising stars, right? It's people that are reaching out. They're looking upline or crossline. They're asking for help. They're making suggestions. They're doing the work, that kind of thing. So if you want to find rising stars, you need to be a rising star. And then Mark Shinsato, presidential consultant, he said, see, do, and get. I loved this. He said, see what you want. So know your why and what you want out of this. Have hope and believe that you can have it. And then do is 3 in 1. three customers and one consultant every single month, and then the U+2. So you do that and then help 2, because at the end of 1 year, if you've done 3 and 1 every single month, you'll have 36 new customers and 12 new consultants. What if you only have 2 of them that want to build the business with you, but you help them also do 3 and 1? Your business is going to exponentially grow.
Yes.
If you keep doing that. So that's the do, and then you'll get what you want. So start out by knowing what you want and believing and having hope that you can accomplish it, then doing what you need to do, and then you'll get what it is that you want. And then my final takeaway here was Erica Dale. She was talking about incentive trips, because in the whole time that she has been here with LifeVantage, there is only one that she did not qualify for. And so she says, always run for every incentive, every trip, everything. Just lay out your belief that you're going to do it, and then do whatever it takes to get there. And so she said, start out by creating your untils, that I will invite until I've accomplished whatever it is I want to accomplish. I will work until I have it done. I will sacrifice blank until. What are the things that you're willing to give up to be able to accomplish the goals that you've set for yourself? And then I won't stop until I've accomplished it, right? So set your untils. And then she said, set your minimum actions and pick your speed. What she meant by that is, you can choose to do 1 invite a day, or you can choose to do 5. So you can choose to go slower, or you can choose to go faster. It's completely up to you, but it starts with that decision that you're going to do it until. And so those were my 3 takeaways. And this was the recap that we had for you guys. And I'm going to take us into the gallery here. But guys, if you're on here, let us see your faces really fast. We would really love to see your faces because we have just enjoyed being here with you, and we enjoyed seeing so many of you at the event, and we missed so many of you. So please, please, please get registered for the event, the virtual event in July, and then Global Convention. Make sure that you get registered for that as well, and let me know. And I'll make a post in the Team Freedom Remains Facebook page too, where you can make either a comment in there or reach out so that we can make sure and get you on the list of 10 so that you can get the $125 registration for Global Convention, okay? But guys, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. We love you guys so much.
Yes, absolutely. Thank all of you for your sacrifices, for your leadership, for your commitments, and please let us know what we can do to help you achieve what you're looking to achieve. We can all do it quicker working together. So thank you all again. Take care. We'll see you next week. Odell Bowman talking about how she got to Diamond Seller.
Woo, woo, tips, tricks, all the things you need to know. So make sure you're here and bring your friends. All right, guys.
Bye,
Have
guys.
a great week.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.